Hey guys, today we're going to be going over the basics of an industrial straight stitch sewing machine. So I'll be showing you how to thread it, how to wind the bobbin, what needles to use, the difference between them, how to install the needle, tension, and just the basics of getting started with an industrial straight stitch sewing machine. This one does have a reverse on it. A little tip for you, since these are made of metal, you can put a little magnet on there to hold either little clippers or pins or extra needles. That helps. But yeah, so let's get started. Here we've got two different types of thread. The white thread that you see there is a lighter weight thread that is can be used for lighter weight fabric. And then the black thread is thicker, used for top stitching and thicker fabrics. All right, so to thread, you go through the top hole there, skip the middle, and come in that same side through the bottom, just like that. And then you want to go right in between that circle and almost back, all the way around, and then back down. Pull that thing down underneath the hook, through the other hook, through the eyelet, through the hook, another bottom hook, and then through the eye of the needle. Most standard straight stitch industrials come with a bobbin winder on the side. So in order to make that work, you want to thread the thread through the hole around the tension wheel in the back, bringing it forward, and you're going to want to take the end of the thread and put it through the hole on the bobbin from the inside going to the outside. And then you push it forward like that, and then you just push the pedal and it'll wind the thread on the bobbin for you. We typically use a separate bobbin winder, a separate machine that does only that, but you can use this just as well. Another vital aspect in sewing is the thickness of needles. Now, the smaller the number, the thinner the needle is going to be. Again, same with the thread. The thinner the needle you want to use on thinner fabrics, like the 659, the furthest on the right, that is used primarily for very thin fabrics like chiffon and silk and very delicate pieces. The needle in the middle, the 90-14, that's a general size. For your average weighted cotton sweatshirt material, easy knits, medium weight wovens. The furthest to your left is the 110-18. That is for very thick pieces, such as denim or twill or I don't know, canvas, that sort of stuff. But you can get a large range of different sizes. There are far more sizes than just these three, but these are some examples for you. Now, to insert the needle on this, you want to put the scarf on the inside facing towards the sewing machine, so that the hook on the inside underneath has room to catch the thread. What we're looking at now is the tension knob, and this plays a very large part in sewing. When we're sewing thinner fabrics, we want to make it tighter, so we twist it in so we see more of the metal part. Now, for sewing thicker fabrics, we want to do the opposite. We want to give the thread more slack to go through the thick fabric, because if we keep the thread very tight through thick fabric, then it'll snap much easier. So we just want to give it some slack, give it some room to sew, and just that plays a very large part in sewing. Another feature that is on the straight stitch industrials is a stitch length wheel, and that's pretty self-explanatory. That's what it is. The smaller the number on the wheel, the closer the stitch is going to be. So when you turn this, you're going to see the reverse pedal move. So as I'm making the stitch larger, the reverse lever also goes up. Here we've got a few different presser feet that are available. There's many different presser feet available for industrial sewing machines. The one furthest on the left here we have is a standard foot used for just basic sewing. The second to the left is used for top stitching. Third to the left is a zipper foot. You can see it's very narrow, lets you get to the zipper close. And the one furthest to the right is a hemming attachment foot. So that just hems whatever you send right through there. There are many different attachments that you can get, but here are just a few, and showing how to put one on. You want to raise the presser foot with your leg there, and then you just put it right in there on the left side, and you tighten the screw, and voila, simple as that. All right, the last feature we're going to be showing you is this little knob right here, and what this does is it controls the pressure of the presser foot. So if you go from you sewing organza and then you go to sew thicker wool, then you will definitely want to adjust this, because you will want more pressure down on the organza since it's thinner fabric, and then the wool is thicker, so you will not need as much pressure. So that's just dependent on the thickness of fabric that you use. All right, so we've gone over pretty much just the basics of an industrial straight stitch sewing machine. In our next video, we'll be doing a little bit of troubleshooting when it comes to thread breaking. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And also, we're introducing a new series called Sew What Sunday, where we show you how to sew a garment, and then we'll be giving it away to one of you, our viewers. So be sure to stay tuned for that, and be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.